Focus, ideate, innovate, enable.
Hello, welcome to a brand new episode of Icons of New India. I am Monica Nanda, and we'll continue our quest to discover the best and the brightest new businesses and the leaders who are fashioning their way to success. In this episode, we're going to meet two entrepreneurs who've challenged the status quo in their respective spheres, and their businesses have set new benchmarks for the others in the industry to aspire for. Cloud9, a chain of specialty mother and care hospitals, has its headquarters in Bangalore with centers in Chennai, Gurgaon, Mumbai and Pune. Founded in 2007 by neonatologist Dr. Kishore Kumar, Cloud9 specializes in obstetrics, gynecology, fertility, neonatology and pediatric care.
We started providing pregnancy, childbirth and related services. In other words, we provide pre-pregnancy counseling, pregnancy, antenatal care, childbirth and postnatal care. Because if you look at it, 30 to 40% of women, according to statistics maintained in India, suffer from some sort of complications related to childbirth after the delivery. And those are the services which were being neglected in the past. So our aim is actually prevent the complications rather than treating the complications. So we provide extensive counseling pre-pregnancy to prevent the complications and make the mother part of the delivery process. So our complications rates are actually less than 1% in the last 10 years, which is against the trend of the national trend. And so post-pregnancy and childbirth, we don't have to treat the complications, and if there are any complications, we treat them. And there are mothers who fail to conceive or difficult to conceive, we help them with the Cloud9 fertility. And we also provide gynecological services for those mothers who have passed beyond the childbirth. So everything under one roof for a mother and the baby.
Over the years, the hospital chain has established itself as a premium maternal and child care center, offering a host of facilities from clinical to experiential. The facilities offered ranges from preconception counseling, IVF, critical care for mothers and babies, stem cell preservation and pediatric care, to hosting baby showers, conducting antenatal and prenatal workshops, yoga and Lamaze classes. Other unique facilities include photo booths and their signature baby-ready classes to train the would-be parents and the entire family on how to take care of the newborn and mother at home. So we have with us Mr. Rohit, who's the co-founder and managing director for Cloud9 Group of Hospitals, which is specializing in maternity care, women care and child care. Hello Mr. Rohit, how are you?
Good, Monica.
Welcome to the show. Bringing life into this world is probably one of the noblest and one of the beautiful things a person can do. And being a woman and then being a mother is a blessing. So how does Cloud9 make it even more special for people?
The first thing that someone needs to understand is, this period is about wellness and it's not about an illness. So the first thing that we actually wanted to do was to set up an entire dedicated facility which one doesn't look like a hospital at all. So we don't want the typical identifiers of a hospital, which are, let's say, the pharmacy, to be in your face and say, okay, here's a pharmacy, I know this is a hospital. We want a coffee shop, we want a gift shop, we want a baby store to actually be the identifiers of how someone would relate to us. You do not get the smell of antiseptics. You do not get to sit with someone who's wailing over a lost one, who's wearing an eye patch, who's broken limb, none of those. So you actually come into an environment which is far more, positive and which actually uplifts you during this entire period. So we start right from the time that someone looks to start a family. It may be through a clinical assistance to our fertility programs, or it can actually be through the natural way. They come into the system of being a Cloud9 parent. They're with us for the entire 9-month journey, and then post the baby's arrival, 2 years of dedicated service is what we provide for the baby as well.
Please tell us about all your centers and how many births have you celebrated all across your hospitals?
We have about 17 locations in the country so far. We've only started growing from 2011, though we technically started in 2006, and we plan to add about 5 to 6 units every year going forward. So that is already set for the next 2 years. So we'll have about 30 odd units pretty soon in the next couple of years. We've celebrated more than 40,000 babies so far. We've recently celebrated the landmark of having crossed 1,000 babies a month that we've actually delivered under the Cloud9 banner. It's a huge thing for us to have accomplished.
What does Cloud9 think about the natural childbirth? Because what we see nowadays are more of C-section.
Monica, I think there are several aspects to it. Us as an institution, are we going to incentivize someone for a C-section? We've thrown away all the previously considered norms and said that we're going to be a very transparent organization. So, for example, it starts with the clinician. The clinician is paid the same whether it's a normal or a C-section.
Right.
The average length of stay for the mother is the same. So there is no incentive for us to push someone for a C-section. If you look at the countrywide pricing in terms of normal versus C-section, typically it's a huge divide. C-section is almost double. You're absolutely right. But with us, you will see that there's a very small component where another doctor is added into the sphere because an anesthetist is required for the, for the C-section. So only that component is additional. So there is no incentive as an institution that we provide to actually be able to promote anything other than what is necessary.
Please tell us about the techniques and technologies that Cloud9 uses, which makes it different and unique from other players in the market.
One of the unique things about us is that we actually onboard the customer very early on in their pregnancy journey.
Right.
So that gives us a lot of touch points clinically and non-clinically about being able to look at their delivery at a comprehensive program. So you wouldn't even know it, but a lot of startups are actually working on the clinical data which has been provided to understand a better sense of predictability. We've been the first ones to actually bring on board a lot of technology which was otherwise used in developed countries and didn't have a market in India before. The kind of TG who comes to us are very savvy in terms of all things as a digital platform. So we actually engage with them socially a whole lot. We have, on my last check, we have about 1.2 million followers on Facebook. We also create social cohorts for all the mothers who are on their expecting journey. So this digital environment for us is a combination of the app that we have, the kind of experience that is provided when they come into the unit, from your appointment making to your queue management to discussing notes with your doctors, or how the doctor has actually spoken about something to you and how it comes back into your phone or whatever is your personal mobile device.
Right.
All of it is actually interrelated.
Stem cell preservation is relatively very uncommon, and a lot of parents don't opt for it or don't know about it. So how do you think the acceptance for this particular technology, is it growing in Indian market?
Well, Monica, it is growing. I think the awareness is a concerted effort between all of those things, from stem cell banking to what is stem cells really being used for.
Right.
That has seen an increasing growing trend across the world, especially in the developed markets where they have a far better regime in terms of how stem cell is actually banked. So India is still not there yet. So you're absolutely right, and the awareness is actually increasing as we speak. Intervention of stem cell banking, or the number of couples who actually choose to use stem cell banking as a service, has gone up from what earlier used to be about 8-9% to now at least more than 30%. So a lot of people are aware that there are some possibilities here, and given the fact that it is now, earlier it used to be a high price factor, now it has actually come down. So most of it treated like an insurance that they actually look forward to and say that, okay, for the next 21 years I don't need to really worry about this.
So please elaborate about all the facilities that Cloud9 provides to the mother and the child.
So Monica, first thing is, we're at dedicated facilities. The entire space that is available for the mother and child here is completely related towards how it goes to amplifying the experience. So we're the first ones to actually introduce a photo studio into our actual units. So there is a photo studio that you can actually use for your entire journey of pregnancy and also after. Photo studios are there, the cafes are there. We actually have a large area called the activity room where we use that space to talk about yoga, to talk about lamas. We actually have a very unique program called Management of Baby Affairs, or MBA in short.
Wow.
So MBA is actually dedicated to fathers and all the associated family members, and not just the mother. We also have a lot of baby showers that we do.
You've told me about the plethora of facilities and techniques that you guys are using to make sure that the mothers and the babies are in comfort. What next for Cloud9?
Monica, there's one which is the organic approach that we are continuing to add units. We will shortly announce possibilities of us going into tier 2 cities as well. So far we've been concentrating on metros only. In the recent past, we've started working with a lot of government agencies in various capacities, and one of the things which worked really well for us last year is the whole breastfeeding campaign that we did, where we worked with a lot of primary healthcare centers across the country. Also look to engage the customer in a digital way far more, by helping them amplify their whole customer experience. So the next steps in terms of working with the government agencies is to actually be able to work with them on all the other major initiatives. So the Prime Minister himself has started the whole Beti Bachao Andolan. So how can we put our clinical experience and expertise to help better outcomes, reduce mortality, all of those things. We're actually trying several different ways of being able to be an active partner in some of these things.
One last question. How do you came up with Cloud9 as the name?
Cloud9, the name as in, we went around asking people, what is the whole feeling that you get to, or what is the feeling that comes to you when you know that you're on the family way, or when you see the baby for the first time. So this was one common factor across everything else that, I felt like I was on Cloud9. Okay. So we just knew that that was it. That is how we wanted to be identified.
So Cloud9 is making sure that the mothers and the babies are Cloud9.
Truly on Cloud9. Absolutely.
Great. Thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure, Monica.
All the best for all your future endeavors.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was the story of Cloud9 chains of hospitals. It's time now for us to take a quick break. We'll take a look at another inspiring entrepreneurial story when we return. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're watching Icons of New India. Founded in 2004, Shanti Overseas India Private Limited, a leading exporter of chickpeas, has earned recognition as a government-recognized export house for a wide range of certified, conventional and organic products. The company is pioneer in exporting chickpeas with a top brand called Kitchen Pride Gold and Kitchen Pride Diamond, supplied all around the globe. The company is also engaged in manufacturing soya meal, soya lecithin and expeller pressed soybean oil produced from raw soya. We have with us Mr. Ayush Kacholia, Director of the Shanti Overseas, a strong believer in consumer satisfaction and in achieving the same through quality products and services. Hello Mr. Kacholia, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So take us through your journey of starting the brand. How has the brand evolved under your leadership?
Shanti Overseas started its journey in 2004. My father, Shri Mukesh Kacholia, started company and we were first trader of chickpeas in 2004.
Okay.
And 2011, I joined as a director of the company. Since we are the second generation, so definitely हम लोग हमारे कुछ नए ideas के साथ लेकर आए. हम लोगों ने 2011 के पहले यही सुना था कि generally exporters are based in located in Mumbai or some port area, some Chennai. हम लोगों ने इसको काफी अपोज करा कि नहीं, इंदौर से भी हम लोग इसको एक्सपोर्ट मार्केट कैटर कर सकते हैं. हम लोगों ने एक और चीज देखा कि इसमें ऑर्गेनिक में काफी अच्छा डिमांड आ रहा है. हमने सोयाबीन में उसमें काफी रिसर्च करके ये निकाला कि इंडिया का सोयाबीन वन ऑफ द बेस्ट सोयाबीन इन द वर्ल्ड.
ओके.
सोयाबीन के बारे में हमने हमारे क्लाइंट से पूछा कि कैसे इसको हम लोग और हैंडल कर सकते हैं, हम इसमें क्या चेंजेस करें. तो दे इनिशिएटेड अस एंड वी स्टार्टेड द ट्रेडिंग ऑफ सोयाबीन. एंड इन 2014 न्यू गवर्नमेंट फॉर्म विद द न्यू आइडियाज, नई नई पॉलिसीज आई, नया फॉरेन ट्रेड पॉलिसी आई. उस नए फॉरेन ट्रेड पॉलिसी में इस गवर्नमेंट का नया मेक इन इंडिया वाला क्लियरली पॉलिसी पर रिफ्लेक्ट हो रहा था.
Right.
इन लोगों ने ट्रेडिंग एक्टिविटी को डिमोटिवेट करा एंड प्रोसेसर्स को काफी मोटिवेशन दिया. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल, पहले हम लोग सोयाबीन में हमको इंसेंटिव 5% मिलता था बिफोर 2014. अब इन लोगों ने 0% इंसेंटिव कर दिया सोयाबीन में और प्रोसेस आइटम में 5% इंसेंटिव दिया. देन अगेन हम लोगों ने हमारे क्लाइंट से पूछा कि हम लोग इसको कैसे, इसमें क्या वैल्यू एडिशन कर सकते हैं, क्या प्रोसेसेस हम लोग इंडिया में करें. तो उन लोगों ने कुछ सजेस्ट करा कि आप ये टेक्नोलॉजी अपने अडॉप्ट करो. दिस इज हाउ वी जस्ट स्टार्ट द मैन्युफैक्चरिंग एंड वी हैव कन्वर्टेड अवर एज अ ट्रेडर एंड वी हैव शिफ्टेड एज अ ट्रेडर टू manufacturer.
So tell us about the goals of your company and your expansion plans, both in terms of manufacturing and technological advancements.
As far as our goal is concerned, yes, we are expanding. हमारे पास अभी 2 एग्जिस्टिंग प्रोसेसिंग यूनिट्स हैं इंदौर में। हम लोग 3rd फैक्ट्री की तरफ अभी मूव कर रहे हैं और हम लोग काफी बड़े एक्सपेंशन प्लान के साथ आ रहे हैं। अभी हम लोग जो टारगेट्स है, हम लोग के जो टर्नओवर्स है, हम उससे 3 टाइम्स देख रहे हैं कि आने वाले साल में हम लोग 3 टाइम्स हमारे टर्नओवर को अचीव कर सकते हैं। और टेक्नोलॉजी, सिंस इट्स ऑर्गेनिक प्रोडक्ट, इट्स अ न्यू प्रोडक्ट, हमको ट्रेडिशनल बिजनेस से कुछ अलग करना है, ट्रेडिशनल प्रैक्टिस से अलग करना है। तो ऑफ कोर्स वी आर लुकिंग फॉर सम बेटर टेक्नोलॉजीज एंड सम न्यू टेक्नोलॉजीज सो दैट वी कैन बी कंसिस्टेंट इन अवर क्वालिटी।
Tell us about the range of products that you offer.
Currently we are targeting 3 products: organic soya meal, organic soya lecithin and of course organic soya expeller pressed oil.
Okay.
आज की डेट में ट्रेडिशनल प्रैक्टिसेस में काफी केमिकल्स का यूज होता है प्रोसेसेस में।
Right.
हम लोगों ने इस चीज को टोटली चेंज करने की कोशिश करी है। हम लोग ये चाहते हैं कि जितना ज्यादा केमिकल्स का अवॉइड हो सकता है करें, और जितना मैकेनिकल प्रोसेस, जितना नेचुरल जाएंगे उतना ज्यादा बेटर होगा।
So let's talk a bit about numbers. So how vast is your team in terms of distribution, in terms of manufacturing, and how many manufacturing plants and factories do you have, and what is your annual turnover?
I really feel proud that we are having 50 members in our team. हमारी ग्रोथ से उनकी ग्रोथ भी बढ़ रही है, और I am really thankful that my family member is also supporting us. My father is a CMD.
Okay.
He is a very good leader. He is a very dynamic leader. And my younger brother Rohan Kacholia, he is an engineer, and he has completed his post graduation from London. He joined us in 2013. काफी कुछ नए आइडियाज आए हम लोगों को, काफी कुछ मोटिवेशन मिला। वहाँ पे कंपनीज कैसे वर्क करती है हम लोगों को उसका भी काफी कुछ सीखने को मिला। माय मदर, माय वाइफ एंड माय ब्रदर्स वाइफ, they are the pillars of our company. My wife is a chartered accountant by profession, and she looks entire accounts and finance of my company. हम लोग मेजरली 10 कंट्रीज में डील करते हैं, और सबसे ज्यादा हमको सेल डिराइव होती है यूएसए से।
Okay.
And we have got 2 manufacturing plant right now, and looking for the 3rd one. We are planning to set up 3rd factory in Indore. And as far as our turnover is concerned, we are doing really good. हम लोगों का अभी टर्नओवर 100 करोड़ प्लस हम लोगों ने इस फाइनेंशियल ईयर में अचीव करा है।
Okay.
तो आने वाले सालों में हम लोग उम्मीद करते हैं काफी अच्छा हम लोग काम करेंगे।
So how do you assure and maintain high quality of your products?
Quality is in our blood. क्वालिटी पे हम लोग इतने ज्यादा कॉन्शियस है। वी हैव वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग क्वालिटी कंट्रोल टीम। हम लोगों ने हमारे इतनी SOPs को इस तरीके से डिजाइन कर रखा है कि हम परचेस से लेके प्रोडक्शन एंड हमारा फाइनल प्रोडक्ट तक क्वालिटी में 7 चेक्स लगा रखे हैं कि किसी भी तरीके का प्रॉब्लम, किसी भी तरह की कंप्लेन नहीं आनी चाहिए। एंड वी बिलीव इन कंसिस्टेंट क्वालिटी।
Okay. What do you think about Make in India initiative started by the government, and how has this impacted your business?
Hats off to our Prime Minister श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी। उनका जो विजन था मेक इन इंडिया का क्लियरली रिफ्लेक्ट हुआ 2014 में उनकी फॉरेन ट्रेड पॉलिसी में। ट्रेडर्स को इतना ज्यादा एम्प्लॉय की जरूरत नहीं रहती है। हम लोग पहले 5 लोग ही थे बिफोर 2014। आफ्टर स्टार्टिंग मैन्युफैक्चरिंग नाउ दे आर 50 मेंबर्स इन द टीम। गवर्नमेंट ने जो मेक इन इंडिया का प्रोसेस लाया, प्रोसेसर्स को उन्होंने मोटिवेट करा बाय गिविंग ऑफ इंसेंटिव्स, मोर इंसेंटिव्स। उससे काफी कुछ चेंजेस आया। आप देखोगे एम्प्लॉयमेंट में काफी फर्क आया है। तो इस तरीके से पूरे इंडिया में काफी चेंजेस आया और उन्होंने एंटरप्रेन्योर को काफी बूस्ट करा। दिस मेक इन इंडिया स्कीम has done a tremendous change in the industry also.
How does Shanti Overseas stay ahead of its competition both in India and internationally?
सोयाबीन के काफी सारे मैन्युफैक्चरर्स इंडिया में भी हैं जो काफी अच्छा वैल्यू एडिशन काम कर रहे हैं। बट व्हाट मेक्स द डिफरेंस इज आवर विजन। व्हाट इज आवर इंटेंट टू इंडस्ट्री, इंटेंट टू सप्लायर, इंटेंट टू आवर क्लाइंट। वी हैव गॉट अमंग्स द बेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी in the soya industry.
Where do you see your company Shanti Overseas 5 years from now?
Shanti Overseas has got a very good plan in the future terms. We are setting up a third factory in Indore. हम लोग का टारगेट है कि जो हम लोग एग्जिस्टिंग टर्नओवर है इसको हम कैसे 3 टाइम्स बढ़ाएं और कैसे नए नए इनोवेटिव प्रोडक्ट्स में वर्क करें। हमारी R&D टीम ने एक ऐसा प्रोडक्ट निकाला है जिससे आने वाले साल में हम देख रहे हैं इस इंडस्ट्री में बहुत बड़ा रेवोल्यूशन आ सकता है। हम लोग आने वाले साल में कुछ रिटेल प्रोडक्ट पे भी वर्किंग कर रहे हैं इंडिया में भी हम लोग बहुत बेटर क्वालिटी प्रोडक्ट सप्लाई करना चाह रहे हैं.
Thank you, Mr. Kacholia, for joining us on Icons of New India. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's all from us on this episode of Icons of New India. But you stay tuned to the channel as we decode the success stories of more inspirational companies and entrepreneurs on our next episode. Until then, goodbye and thanks for watching.
Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.